Hello, I'm David Hart, Executive Vice President at the Florida Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line. We are coming to you today from our studio just 2 blocks from the Capitol, and our special guest is Governor Rick Scott. Governor, good morning and welcome to the Florida Chamber of Commerce. Our members, our board of directors, and our staff want to thank you for your continued focus on private sector job creation. We all got great news this week that Florida fell to a 7.5% unemployment, now below the national average.
Well, first off, I want to thank everybody at the Chamber for all their hard work, making sure we create a business environment in the state that people want to build their businesses, grow their business, and most importantly, hire people. So you're right, it's working. And if you want to follow all the great news, you can go on Twitter. There's a handle is @It'sWorkingFL. You can get daily updates about how well the state's doing, the private sector's doing. But think of the stark contrast. The 4 years before I was governor, the state lost 832,000 jobs. Unemployment tripled from 3.5 to 11.1%. State debt increased $5.2 billion. And the unemployment rate, or the housing market, collapsed. And now the private sector, guess what they've done in the last 2 years? 321,000 private sector jobs. Unemployment's dropped from 11.1 to 7.5%. The second biggest drop in the country. The private sector says, gosh, Governor, we are excited because regulation's going down. You've cut 2,300 regulation. You've streamlined the permitting process. You've brought people into your administration and says, we like business people. Your trade delegations around the world, they're paying off. So the right things are happening and the private sector is building these jobs.
Well, Governor, clearly it is working and we appreciate you very much for that. Also, earlier this week, I had the opportunity to represent the Florida Chamber at a bill signing where you signed the Career and Professional Academies education legislation. I think we share a view that a good education leads to a good job and better opportunity. And in our mind, that legislation is sort of the doorway to creating the workforce we need in the future. What comments would you share with our members about that legislation?
Well, if you want to build a state that has a great job market, you have to have a great education system. So we're building a great education system. That bill is going to help make sure that when a student finishes whatever, whether it's high school, state college, or university, they're going to either have a better job or they're going to have a different, they're going to have a great career. That's what they want. So it's a great bill. And you know what? Our K-12, our state colleges, our universities are doing a great job. In K-12, we're number 6 according to Education Week. It's the 6th best place to do for education in the country. Our 4th graders are number 2 in the world. According to the National Council for Teacher Quality, we have the most effective teachers in the country. We're doing great on AP test scores. So we're heading in the right direction, but this bill is going to accelerate that. So I'm real excited about what's happening both in jobs and education, and you know what? That's what families in Florida care about.
Very good. Another issue we should talk about is with just 10 days to go in the legislative session, there is one really important issue out there related to manufacturing that you have championed and the Florida Chamber stands with you in the belief that we should remove the sales tax on manufacturing equipment. We need that kind of investment and that kind of job creation in Florida. What can we do to help you get it passed?
Call every House member, call every senator, every hour, every day. It's not that bad. There's only like 7 days left of session, but call them all the time. We only have 4.3% of our jobs in the state are manufacturing. That's way below the national average. With our seaports, or the 15 seaports, our investment in our seaports, the fact that we're a right-to-work state, lower business taxes, no income tax, we should have way more manufacturing jobs than the rest of the country as a percentage. So this is our opportunity to level the playing field. Other states don't have this tax. It's the right thing to do to get more jobs in our state. It'll help us get, and it'll just help companies invest more dollars here, and we'll clearly create more jobs.
One last question for you this morning, Governor, is pension reform. At the Florida Chamber for the last several years, we have championed moving the state's pension reform to look more like what we see in the private sector. We think the Senate has a good plan. It may be on the Senate floor today, but we think the House has a great plan. I wonder if you could share some comments on pension reform.
We clearly have to improve our pension program. Let's think about where we are. It's not funded. It's only about 87% funded, and that's assuming a 7.75% return. on investments forever. What are you getting on your bank account? Probably not quite that much, right? A lot less, a lot less. So we have people in a plan that, I'm worried they're going to get paid. That's not right. We can't have taxpayers on the hook for something that they're not getting. They're not getting a pension plan on their own. So we've got to fix the plan we have. We've got to make sure that people are in the plan, have a plan that they can rely on. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the House and Senate come through with.
Governor, thank you so much for all you do and for being with us this morning here at the Florida Chamber. We hope you have a great session.
Oh, it's going to be a great session, but thanks for what the Chamber does. Thanks for how you get the information out there and how all your members show up and stay active.
And to you, our viewers, thank you for joining us for another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line.